There are seasons in life when everything feels slow, confusing, and uncertain, when you wake up with questions instead of answers, when your plans don't go the way you expected, and when you start wondering if you are on the right path at all. And in those moments it becomes very easy to feel discouraged, to feel like nothing is working, to feel like you are falling behind while everyone else is moving forward. But what you need to understand today is this powerful truth: just because you cannot see what God is doing does not mean He is not working. Because some of the most important work in your life happens in the unseen moments, in the quiet seasons, in the times when it feels like nothing is changing, because those are the moments when God is preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. And preparation is not always comfortable. Sometimes it comes with pressure, with waiting, with challenges that test your patience and your faith, but every challenge you face has a purpose, every delay you experience has a reason. And every obstacle you encounter is shaping you into the person you need to become for the next level of your life. Because if everything came easily, you would never grow into your full potential, and growth requires stretching. It requires discomfort, it requires stepping outside of what feels easy and familiar, and that is why the process can feel difficult at times, because you are not meant to stay the same, you are meant to evolve. To become stronger, wiser, and more capable than you were before. And sometimes God allows you to go through situations that you do not understand so that you can develop the strength you will need later. Because the future He has planned for you requires a version of you that is stronger than the one you are today, and that strength is built through the process you are currently walking through, even if it feels slow. Even if it feels painful, even if it feels like you are not making progress, because progress is not always visible in the moment. Sometimes it is happening internally, sometimes it is happening in your mindset, in your habits, in your perspective, and these internal changes are what prepare you for external success. And while you may be focused on what is not happening yet, God is focused on what needs to happen inside you first. Because if the inside is not ready, the outside will not last, and that is why timing matters so much, because God's timing is not based on your impatience, it is based on your readiness, and readiness takes time. It takes experiences, it takes lessons learned through both success and failure. And speaking of failure, many people see failure as something negative, something to avoid at all costs, but in reality failure is one of the greatest teachers you will ever have. Because it shows you what does not work, it pushes you to improve, and it builds resilience, and resilience is one of the most important qualities you can have if you want to succeed in anything, because the journey to success is not a straight line. It is full of ups and downs, of moments when things go well and moments when everything feels like it is falling apart, but those moments do not define your future unless you allow them to stop you, because what truly matters is how you respond to those moments. Whether you choose to give up or whether you choose to keep going, and choosing to keep going is not always easy, especially when you are tired, when you are emotionally drained, when you feel like you have given your best and still have not seen results. But those are the moments when your faith matters the most, when your belief in the process matters the most, because anyone can stay motivated when things are going well, but it takes real strength to stay committed when things are difficult. And commitment is what separates those who succeed from those who quit, because success is not about never facing challenges, it is about refusing to give up when challenges come, and you may not realize it right now. But every time you choose to continue, every time you choose to try again, every time you refuse to quit, you are building something powerful inside you. You are building discipline, you are building perseverance. You are building a mindset that will carry you through future challenges, and one day those qualities will become the reason you succeed, because success is not just about reaching a goal, it is about becoming the kind of person who can handle that success. And that is exactly what this season of your life is doing. It is shaping you into that person, even if you cannot see it yet, and there will come a time when things start to change, when the effort you have been putting in begins to show results. When the doors that once felt closed begin to open, when the opportunities you have been waiting for finally appear, and when that time comes, it will not be by accident, it will be because you stayed consistent. Because you trusted the process, because you did not give up during the difficult moments, and when you look back at this season, you will realize that it was necessary, that it taught you lessons you could not have learned any other way. That it built a version of you that is stronger, more patient, and more prepared, and you will be grateful that you did not quit when things felt hard, because quitting would have ended your story too soon. And your story is not meant to end here, it is meant to grow, to evolve, to reach places you cannot even see yet, and that is why you need to keep going, even if the steps feel small, even if the progress feels slow. Because small steps taken consistently lead to big results over time, and consistency is more important than intensity, because it is not about doing something perfectly once, it is about doing something consistently over and over again. Even when you do not feel like it, because feelings change, but discipline keeps you moving forward, and as you continue on this journey, there will be moments when doubt tries to enter your mind, when you question whether your efforts are worth it. When you wonder if you should just stop and choose an easier path, but remember that the easiest path is not always the right path, and the right path often requires effort, patience, and persistence, and while it may not be easy, it will be worth it, because the things that require the most effort often bring the greatest rewards, and those rewards are not just external, they are internal as well. They include confidence, self-respect, and the knowledge that you did not give up on yourself, and that feeling is more valuable than any temporary comfort that quitting might bring, because quitting may feel easier in the moment, but it often leads to regret later. And you do not want to look back on your life wondering what could have happened if you had just kept going. If you had just believed a little longer, if you had just trusted the process a little more. Because the truth is that you are capable of more than you realize, you have more strength than you think, and you have the ability to overcome the challenges you are facing right now, even if it does not feel that way. And sometimes all you need to do is take one step at a time, not worry about the entire journey, not try to figure everything out at once, but simply focus on the next step, the next action, the next decision. Because progress is built step by step, not all at once, and as you take those steps, you will begin to see change, maybe slowly at first, maybe in small ways, but those small changes will add up over time. And eventually they will lead to something significant, something meaningful, something that makes all the effort worth it, and when that moment arrives, you will realize that everything you went through had a purpose. That every struggle, every delay, every challenge was part of the process that led you there, and that realization will make you stronger, more confident, and more grateful for the journey you took, because you will understand that nothing was wasted. Everything contributed to your growth, everything played a role in your story, and your story is still being written, it is still unfolding, and the best chapters may still be ahead of you, but you will only reach those chapters if you continue moving forward. If you continue believing, if you continue trusting that what you are going through right now is not the end, but a part of something greater, and that is why you must not give up, you must not lose hope. You must not let temporary difficulties stop you from reaching your long-term purpose, Because what you are becoming is more important than what you are going through, and what you are becoming is someone who is ready for something greater. Someone who has the strength, the resilience, and the mindset to handle the opportunities that are coming, and those opportunities will come, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but they will come if you keep going. If you keep believing, if you keep putting in the effort, because effort always leads somewhere, consistency always produces results, and faith always carries you through the moments when you feel like stopping. And right now you may feel tired, you may feel uncertain, you may feel like the journey is too long, but remember that you have already come so far, you have already overcome so much, and that alone is proof that you have what it takes to continue. So take a deep breath, remind yourself why you started, remind yourself what you are working toward, and remind yourself that you are not alone in this journey, because even in the moments when you feel like nobody is watching, your effort matters, your progress matters, your persistence matters, and it is all leading you towards something greater than you can currently see. So keep going, keep believing, keep trusting the process, because the process is not working against you, it is working for you, shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing you for the moment when everything you have been working for finally comes together, and when that moment arrives, you will realize that it was all worth it, every struggle, every delay, every step, because it all led you to become the person you were meant to be.